A very good afternoon. A Sunday is excellent. That's right, folks. This is Vance, and you are with me in Kopi with Vance, right? So, as usual, the Kopi. But what is inside, you do not know. But it can be any drinks, but of course, it have to be Kopi, yeah? Okay, so let's jump into the topic today. The topic today is brand yourself right. And what do I mean by brand yourself right? We're going to speak with I would say expert. For me, it's an expert because the moment when I spoke to her, I can feel that the amount of passion, the energy, and also to not to forget to mention the amount of love that she has. So let's not waste any more time, and I'm going to bring this particular person on board. Let's invite Vina. There you go. Where's Vina? Let's get Vina on board. Hello, Vina.
Hi, Vanan. Hi.
How are
I
you?
can't seem to see the page so that I can stream it on my
Oh, okay.
side.
It should be. Let me just check. Right, it should be in at any moment at the. Let me just check. Yes, is there already?
Okay,
Copy.
right. Let me just check on your
Then
page.
you can share it, and then we can start our topic today. Right.
Right.
More
Is it
viewers
already
coming up.
there?
Yeah, it's there. You gotta go to my page. Copy
Yeah,
with that.
I am on your page.
Yeah.
So let me just check in a minute.
Yes. Hi, folks. Today is going to be a hot topic again. Every week is a hot topic, but this is even more hotter because we got a Veena Subramaniam to explain and share with us some of our expertise. So there you go. I'm going to share as well, Veena.
It's just me. Maybe I'll just see in. I can't
Okay.
seem to load it on my page. I can't seem
Okay.
to find it on your page, actually.
I'm going to tag you now.
Right.
I have tagged you as well. Can you see? No. Okay. You should be getting a notification because I just tagged you.
If you tagged me, you should be on my page.
Yeah, but you got to approve it, right?
No, I don't review it.
Wow. Okay.
Fantastic. I got you on my page already.
Okay. So how's your day today, Vina?
It's been fantastic, Vanan. It's really hot today. But before we start, I just would like to send a message for people who are watching. Do like, comment, or send us hearts so that more people will actually get to view this. That's how Facebook works. We want to help people to rebrand themselves at the end of this exercise. So you may actually get a sinking soul, stay afloat by clicking the like or comment throughout the video. So please do that as much as you can, and we will be happy to see any form of comments you have throughout the video. We'll be really happy to hear that from you.
All right, Vina. So it's good knowing you for many years. I do not know how many years, but I think it should be more than a decade, right?
Yes, definitely.
It's always been a pleasure to be connected with. But of course, we were not that close in terms of communications or even to know each other's that well. But I think over the past weeks, we tend to we communicate more and we started to explore. And I felt that there was something more special about you because I love that energy. Usually when we talk about when we talk about energy, it is not about a mask. Different people wear different masks to have a different perspective of life. Sometimes they put a confident mask, sometimes they put a weak mask. But the one thing that I realized that when I speak with you and we talked a little bit more on branding and what you do as a consultant, the passion about helping people and along the line, to pass down the knowledge, the willingness, willing to share and willing to coach. I think there was more to it. So that's why we agreed to come on board to share whatever the experiences that we have. I'm not a marketing guy, but in my previous employment or previous jobs in sectors I have done a bit, I work very closely with them. So I know the way things. Before we go on, just tell me more about yourself, Vina.
Well, I am a double MBA graduate from NTU. I'm a published author. I've got 14 years of experience in branding, marketing, and communications in both the public and private sectors, at least across a few industries, because I had worked for a few agencies here and there. I founded 2 companies. One is to make the money. It is to use all my skills, experience to find. I founded Brand Yourself Right, to help other companies set them up for success rather. And I also found Hypergenic Collection to help people live painlessly and feel and look good, regardless of allergies or medical condition. It's an area that's a passion. It's a passion of mine. So one that makes the money and one that allows me to pursue my passion. And then, I'm blessed with a few feathers on my hat, and the latest being an international iconic influencer 2019, given by the Aesthetics International Council for Progressive. Thanks, Vanita Devi, if you're watching this, for the love and spotting me. I truly am grateful and honored for that.
Okay,
Yes,
we have already some on the comment section. Like some people already starting asking, but of course we will address to them later. But if you do have any questions along the way, please feel free to ask, because it's going to be a great sharing session. Rather than just one-way communication, we want both communications to come apart.
Yes.
So without any ado, let's get the topic started. So, Veena, I know you are a consultant for Brand Yourself Right.
Yep.
Brand Yourself. I love that word because it is about you. When someone says IBM, or when someone says Microsoft, or whatever the factor is, even when you talk about Facebook, the brand itself gives us, okay, we know about it, right? So it's the powerful of a brand. I think it's what is awareness to everyone. So Can I ask you something? So what exactly is a personal brand, and why do you need to do it? Can we don't do it?
I think you have asked the right questions, Vanan, because you see, what a personal brand is, it's really simple. It's what people talk about you when you are not in the room. If you're not in the room, how would I find out then, right? You may ask. Then just do a Google search with your name in it. It was interesting, Vanan, I must tell you this. When I do a Google search with my name in it, and my name, Veena, has got a double A in it, in case people are searching about it. I actually found the SPH was selling one of my pictures that they took during one of the media interviews for $100. Okay, they claim right to it, which is totally fair and right of them. But it was a real discovery, and I thought it was interesting. So for people who want to know more, if anyone else is doing some publicity for them, then do a Google search. And then the second way is, of course, find 3 closest friends of yours, ideally those who are really frank and upfront rather, and possibly even one of them is a critic who will serve you more good, and ask them what they think of you. And if these 2 don't scream what your personal brand is, then I don't know what would. I said the same in my promo as well. So
yeah, you did.
So what do you think your personal brand is, Vanan? For those viewing this video, drop some comments on what you think, Vanan, what's his personal brand or what my personal brand is. We love to get some engagement going, because I don't want just a dialogue. I want a triple up, if there's such a word. We need to be engaged at all times, so that more people get to see this video. So let me know, Vanan, what do you think your personal brand? Do you do the check?
Okay. Okay, let's start up with that. I work very closely with marketing managers. So I know that any company who starts up, entrepreneurs who start up, I think branding is one of the most important factor somebody should take note, even if it's a small company or MNC or whatever company it is, right? Constant marketing is very important, because marketing is not just what you do, it's what you are. If I have a company and I don't market it out, then probably no one will know. And if it's a product, or if it's the consumer, or even when we're talking about edible products, I think it's very important that marketing plays a very crucial point. So to me, branding is very important. It's about who you are and what you are. Of course, when we talk about personal branding, is also very important. When we talk about corporate branding, is also important. So when someone sees you, Veena, example, I use you, don't mind, they know that you are the founder of Brand Yourself Right, and they will also know that, oh, Veena has a great attitude, great discipline, great character. So for me, branding doesn't only falls under corporate, but I think it falls under the individual personal character, personal well-being, personal full overall. So I think it's more like a holistic. What do you think?
I think you're spot on. I mean, unless you market even a good product, people won't know it. So no point having a good product at home or a good company at the base, at the back, and not being able to market it. But I would like to take the opportunity to clarify something, Vanan.
Yeah.
Branding is a relationship between you and your target audience or your friends. But marketing is a channel where you communicate the brand to people. So there is a difference between branding and marketing. You have a fantastic personal brand because personal brand may evolve, but your job occupations may evolve. You may be a founder of Fitness Mantra now. You may be a founder of another company now. You may be a serial entrepreneur, which is looking like it. But what stays with you is your personal brand. Vanan as a person. I just got someone connect with me like yesterday after seeing the papers that day. And that's like he's coming connect with me after 10 years. And that's because of the personal brand, the individual in me that was the that was that was triggering him to send me a message. I mean, it's the personal brand that people ooze and get remembered by. It's like the tagline, right? It's be remembered. Be remembered. So why must you do it? I will answer this point at this juncture. I think it's a good time to leave this question in. It's because you don't want to let loose on how people perceive you. You would want to take control on how people perceive you. So that's why you take charge of your personal brand by doing certain things which are cover how you can create your own personal brand. And there's a gig economy coming up. Okay, gig economy, for people who don't understand, is a freelancers world. And let me throw some statistics for people who like it. 43% of the US economy are already freelancers at this juncture. Can you imagine in future how much would it be? And people are ready. It's going to be like movie production houses, if I can put it very simply, where people or movie producers or directors or company CEOs will soon start putting the crew and cast or the people of the project required for the project based on your personal brand. Personal brand is going to do away with your resumes. I'm telling you, at this juncture, I throw you some stats again.
Okay.
In 2018 Career Builder survey, it was found that 70% of the HR recruiters were actually screening online for your digital brand while doing the screening. And 47% of your bosses are already currently looking at your digital profile, online profile. So your personal brand is speaking volumes for itself. Like, you have to start building it now or risk being overshadowed by someone who has built a credible balance. I mean, let's look at fitness. I mean, you've got a big fitness group, right? Every other fitness instructor is fantastic. Y'all are in the right industry. Everybody is being healthy. Everybody wants to exercise. So at least for the first tick, y'all are in the right industry, the right trend. Number two, I want to point out one particular person. It is Sujay Pillai. I think one of your fitness instructors. I know him very long before those, as friends. And then what was very nice about him is he became a fitness instructor. He trained Gayatri for one of her beauty pageants. And then after the event, he took a video testimonial from her and Gayatri marketed her. That is a fantastic way to do personal branding, which is through testimonials. And videos are the in thing now. And if you don't leverage on the successes of your labor, then you're losing out in the game.
Okay, Vida. I mean, I do hear that, we are getting deeper into branding. We are getting deeper into the marketing. I think all MNCs, they have a very strong marketing team, especially even food franchises, even industrial sectors, or even engineering sectors. I think it's all about, it's not about bragging anymore. It's just about who you are, where you are, and it's constant flashing or constant visual observation, right? If I keep on going and I see a particular brand, say Johnson, example, and I keep on seeing Johnson for the entire day, probably Johnson is already memorized in myself, and I know, hey, if I need something, I go to Johnson. So example that. But you also mentioned a spot on that nowadays employers are looking at social media before we even engaged or schedule an interview session.
Right.
So example, you are the employer and I'm the employee. So I applied for a job. So probably you are doing a market research on me. And example, in the social media, I always talk about negative. I always talk about life sucks. I always talk about life is miserable. Or we're always a victim and kind of stuff. As an employer, will you even consider taking me in?
You
I mean,
see,
this just,
when
yeah,
no, finish your question, please. Sorry.
it was just a question for you, just to see how people should take social media responsibly and at the same time take it seriously. Because nowadays you can see that social media is all about, I don't wish to say this word, but hey, you know what? I don't have any filters. There's a lot of trash in there. I just feel it's people are just putting whatever they want to put. Of course, you want to talk about something positive, you want to talk about something you share, you have all the right, but must also understand that social media means it's social.
Yeah.
Everyone and anyone can see it. Can be employers, can be managers. So constantly, if they see something negative about you, probably they have the negative thingy in their mind. What is your take on that?
Right. I mean, I'm guilty of the offense of checking up on possible candidates before recruiting them. Um, but you see, you need a mix of people in your team, right? If everyone are a yes man, there's no critic in your team. So you have to look at your team mix. If there is already a lot of critics or people who are negative in your team, I would not consider the person. But if the person is negative with substance, with a lot of analysis and judgment put into his analysis before making a statement, I may consider him seriously, because I don't need a yes man. I need a person who challenges my thoughts, so that when it goes to the market, people receive it in a way that, okay, this person has thought through everything holistically, so that and if everybody agreed to whatever I said, then no point, right? I need a critic in my team. You definitely need a critic in every team, so that whatever is going out of the market, it will be well received. So yes, to answer your question, I will seriously consider him if, even if it's negative, if he has substance and good analysis put behind all those negative thoughts. Because the negative person, actually, people who hate you can become your biggest brand ambassadors if you channel their energy in the right direction. Yeah.
So why do I ask that is because we see when we talk about social media, it's so much of information right now. It can either be a fake news or it can be accurate news. So it also depends on us which of reliable sources that we are getting the information from, right? So even if you look at it for the COVID-19, this current pandemic situation that's going on, there's so many channels, so many people are sharing a lot of stuff. But I think one of the best and important channel that everyone should follow is the gov.sg. That's accurate, because whatever that's happening, it's coming. Because you don't want to see and get corrupted or get it cloudy in your mind, and you started to feel giddy because you see so many of informations coming up. But that's not so much on the information, but I think there's so much of not accurate or not exactly to that. So I think getting into the right source of channel and getting information is very important. But
Right.
coming back to what I wanted to ask you is, with so many platforms right now, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and so we are spending so much of time into this social media world, where we tend to sometimes forget a little bit what we are experiencing right now, the human connection. Will that impact in the branding and the marketing?
You know what sets you apart from the rest in terms of personal brand, Banan? It's not about how high profile you are, how well you do your things. I think in my Facebook page, people don't even know that I'm a branding and marketing agent, because I'm a real person on my Facebook, because that's not where my target audience are for my business, by the way. I'm showing my real self on Facebook. When people see the real you, and that you're able to communicate and touch the emotive part of them by relating yourself to the situation, addressing the situation, um, people actually have a better personal brand as a result. If you lose in touch with people, if you forget to feel for people, I am telling you, you're trashing your personal brand. If all you talk about is just branding or how you can make money from your brand and not being able to feel for the person, it's a mix for a disaster. I think that's one of the pitfalls for personal branding. It's when you're not the real you, and you don't even know what you are, and you just fake it that you are like that, and you oversell yourself, not bearing in mind what is happening in the society. Like if I started off with a video saying that people who are struggling and all that, they also need to see this video so that they also stay afloat. That is the emotive part of it, and that will lend a lot of credibility and support for my personal brand, because that is the real person. People like a person because it shows that they are part of you. and not just another person with a consultant brand name. So
We have Jayakumar Raj here, have just stated over here, the product has to carry value and need to be good. That brings up the branding. Just as what you said, right? You got to feel for the person, because sometimes we are so engrossed on the businesses and always we are focusing on services so much, but sometimes we tend to lack or maybe insufficient of giving back, sometimes a little, but of course at the end of the day it's all about dollars and cents. We have also have Gayatri. Hello Gayatri. So she has also mentioned, thank you for mentioning about this. So she's the one who was telling about that, she won a beauty pageant, and the trainer actually put it up on her in the social media. Is that right?
I'll do a shout out for her. She actually owns Wow Brushworks. She's a
Okay.
fantastic, beautiful model. Come a mother of three, she doesn't look anything like it. And she's
Okay.
also venturing into Wow collections to sell her saris. She models after her saris. She looks gorgeous. So people who are interested in makeup and saris, do check her out. She's a fantastic and humble soul, regardless of the many titles she has won. Do check her. I think just doing a special call for you guys, just for you.
Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you, Gayatri, for joining us. Thank you so much. We also have Dave. All right, Dave also said agreed. So people are actually agreeing that branding and marketing and whatever we have just talked about in the past 21 minutes. So that's very fast. People are agreeing
So
to it. Yeah, people are agreeing to it. But we
I'm going to do
also
a
have,
shout out, if you don't mind me interrupting.
yeah,
Dave
please.
Sundarji just started a company called Talia Transportation Services. So
Okay.
do check him out if you need transportation services locally or to other countries. Do check him out. I'm just giving brand visibility to local startups. I think just like how you're giving me visibility, I think we should also build other people up. Dave, I hope, wish you all the best and all the success
Hello, Dave.
that you deserve.
Thank you for joining us. We have Rishna Rishi. Also have, I think we have already addressed the issue. Rishna, thank you. What's the difference
Actually,
between brand and image?
that's a fantastic question, Rishna or Rishi. I'll tell you, it's a fantastic question because people confuse the two. A brand image is something that takes time to develop, and but it can get killed in an instant. But an image is something that can be constantly evolving. An image I think someone covered this in the previous interview. It's ABC, right? Appearance, behavior, and communication. I can be wearing this now, talking so professionally, and behaving so diplomatically, but at the end of 1 hour, when I wear my house clothes and being with my kids, my image will change if you open my door, right? So image is something short term, but personal brand is a long term thing. So thanks for a fantastic question, Rishi. I think that's a good opportunity to let people know what's the difference.
Thank you, Rishna Rishi. Thank you so much. We have lots of questions that's just pouring down. I will take it one by one. But before that, we will go into the third part of the question that I wanted to ask you. So, can we go without marketing, or can we go without a personal brand? Can we just not change it? So, like say example, I created a logo and I say that, you know what, this logo doesn't work anymore and I'm going to change it. Is that possible? Or do you think, will that have an impact?
I think that's a very realistic question, Vana. I actually get this from my clients a lot of times where they do a brand refresh. It's okay to do the most important thing is as long as the brand icon or logo is very intuitive. At the look of it, they know what your business is about and what you do. I think that's a fantastic brand. If you've not done a good job in that, then if you're going to do a brand refresh, just communicate the reason or the purpose behind the brand change, and people will actually applaud you if it's in the right direction. At least they know that you're taking the right steps in the right direction, but that is corporate branding, not personal branding. I mean, there's a lot of difference. But thanks for the question for business owners who are listening out. I hope this helps some of your questions as well.
Okay. So let's take up a question right now from Deepa. All right. So she has said, Veena, my IQ, after I beg to deliver the bakes, it is an expensive affair. So I keep thinking how to brand myself in such a way that people will want to pay additional fee for delivery without complaining. So I think this is one of the current situations that's going on. I mean, thank you, Deepa, for that relevant question that you have asked us, because over the past, I think 1 month or so, a lot of bakers at home, right? They are having these difficulties because prices are going up, the price of flour, the eggs, and then they got a queue, and then there's so much of social distancing, which they have, of course, everyone have to be, following the rules and regulation. On top of that, business cost is there. Of course, there is a big market right there, but I think a question actually basically bring us to a point where delivery charges and the cost is going up. So, what is your reply, Vina? I mean, for Deepa?
I think the issue here is not a personal branding, because I think Deepa, I'm going to do a sound out for her. This Dips Bakes. She does excellent bakes. Do check out. She's very healthy in her ingredients. So Dips Bakes is a company. Um, but for her, the issue, I don't think this is an issue of personal branding. She's a fantastic soul. If I can say this, means her personal branding has been done right. There's the issue of corporate branding. So what you have to do in your communication, Deepa, is that list upfront on your website there's going to be a delivery fee of $15 or $10. Please note that your quality is good. So it's not an issue of a quality issue, but people who want your product will pay for it. If people are saying this, then they are not your target market. Change your target market or your strategies to get the right target market who don't mind paying. Because if your bakes are good, people don't mind paying. And there are many Instagram or many business owners on Instagram or bakers in Instagram whose schedule get filled up real fast. Within minutes, they launch it. And delivery fee is $15, Vanan. Not even $10. Okay. Deepa is actually underpricing her delivery charges. So people are willing to pay. So just hit for the right direction. One tip for you, Deepa, leverage on Instagram and Facebook stories to post pictures of your bakes. Show more of yourself and post how you do it. People like to see the real you, the DIYs. They like to see the pictures of your Instagram. The feel of Instagram is fantastic for people like bakers like yourself. So go and leverage on these tools. I think you'll do an amazing job. These are just temporary hiccups while you set up your corporate brand.
Thank you so much, Veena, for addressing that. But I think it is indeed a challenge period at this point of time because if you have watched my previous videos, I always talk with all my guest speakers that currently all of us, as long as we are living in the earth as humans, all are facing somehow or other a kind of a situation at the moment, either mentally, emotionally, or financially. But I think the bakers, we need to support our local businesses because at this point of time, everybody got to help each other, right? It's just like giving back to the society. I mean, you don't need to, spend lavishly or luxury, but if you know that someone has a small, bakery shop, or even at home, or if they're trying to meet their ends, a little bit there. I think we should support that. And I think what you have just mentioned, I think is also a very good way for small entrepreneurs who are starting up their businesses. And hopefully with the great one above, blessings, they turn into a future entrepreneurs where, bigger shops and, this is where we all have to grow up together. I mean, those were the days where it's all about us. It's only about me successful. As long as I'm making the money, I don't care. That's what the attitude was. But I think things are changing. We also have. Thank you, Deepa. I hope that question has been answered by Veena. We also have Neha. Okay, I got to talk a little bit of Neha here as well.
Lovely logo, by the way. Lovely logo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got a lovely logo. I just connected with her. She's one of my. I don't really know her, but when we talk about personal branding, I think this is becoming interesting. I think the interviews are interesting. We got more questions that's coming up, but I got to give credit to Neha because I saw some of her posts that she posted regarding about cakes, regarding about kueh, the chocolates and all that. At this point in time, when people people when they look at it, Facebook, it's like, something is craving. The craving just keeps on going. And I'll keep on seeing that all the times in a Facebook, and I, it's like a coincidence, right? I needed to order that for something, and I just made an order. So I'm actually collecting 2 of the orders by delivery by today. So we have engaged it. So it's going to come and deliver. But what I'm saying there is it's good to see a lot of young entrepreneurs are walking by, posting questions. I think, Neha, like what Veena said, your logo is fantastic. Yeah. Maybe, Veena, you want to talk a little bit on the logo? What do you think about logo? Maybe she can get a tip there as well.
I think it's a fantastic logo. It kind of summarizes what she does. She does for, if it's just purely cookies and bakes and that's a specialty, then her logo has hit the nail on it. And it's a very friendly pastel kind of colors that she has used. And the black background gives a good of a contrast. So I think that kind of differentiates. I think she's put a Twitter account. What is the one at the last one? The last line?
I think first buy. Is that first buy, Neha? Okay, maybe you want to post it out and maybe you can look at it. Yeah.
So
I think
this one thing that I would like to give an improvement. Make sure that the fonts are a little larger, because when people are scrolling on the phone, that's where majority of people are. And the logo already is quite small usually. Unless the font is big, I can't read the content. Then it defeats the purpose of putting the small prints. So you can put all of them in bigger fonts. Then that lends a lot more credibility and you get the message out really quickly.
So she said, "Thank you, Neha. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's good to see so many bakers. Yeah, if you notice, Vina, I mean, for today's conversation, we have almost about 20 over people on live, and I got constant messages that's coming by. So I'm not sure if we can last for 45 minutes, because it's already 30 minutes. But we got so much to talk about. But I think this is the time that people need to get evolved, people need to move on and get expertise to to understand. So thank you, Neha. Thank you for that.
I wish you all the best, Neha.
Yeah, all the best. I got a lot of questions coming up, but just keep it there first, and I'm going to jump into the third point. So that's
I haven't addressed one question, Vana.
Yeah.
I think I didn't answer the question like, can you don't do a personal brand? I think if you don't like your current personal brand,
okay.
The good news is you can change it. Just do something. You have to have concentration, discipline, and a dream. You know where you want to get at. You need a focus to post like about 5 times a day. And there's specific times for that, like about 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
I got to stop you. Sure. If I'm going to post 5 times a day, when people think that, hey, Vanan, you're posting so many, I'm just getting bored.
That's a very good question, Vanan. I mean, 5 times a day is not just about yourself. It's about a picture of a cat or a picture of a dog or a picture of a quote, like Oprah Winfrey quote, a motivational quote, something about what you're doing, having a coffee, because you need to be physically present. You need to be remembered. It doesn't need to be your face on the screen all the time. People will get bored of you. But it's in different ways, but all of them are associated with the brand that you want to become. So if I want to become a doctor, I'll post about natural remedy. I'll post about herbal neem leaves. I'll post about people who look beautiful. So there are many, many such ways to do it. But 21 days, it takes 21 days to break a habit. It also takes 21 days to change a perception or change an image that you have. And if you are very consistent and focused about it, there are many people who have changed. I mean, let's look at Rajinikanth, right? Kollywood famous actor. He came in as a villain. He was well known as a villain. But if he is well known as a famous hero now, if he can do it, anyone can. Orange is an orange and was an orange until he became Sunkiss. Right? Right. So it's all about your brand. It was just a Sunkiss long time ago. So it's all about how you put concentrated efforts to market it to be what you want to be.
Okay, so we have Nurul have also agreed to what you have said. She said yes, 21 days. I did learn about it. Thank you, Nurul.
Fantastic.
Maybe you can just type us and let us know what kind of things that you have learned, because I think that has come under the habitual part. I'll say something here, Vina. I don't forget to brush my teeth, right? I don't forget. I don't forget. But it is something that are habitual, right? Since we've been forced to brush in the school, forced to brush at home, until it becomes so habitual that every morning the first thing you get up, get into the loo, brush your teeth before you do anything, or do anything, then brush your teeth, then get up, go to your work and kind of stuff. So I think habitual is very important, but I think the 21 days of repetition, you just keep on doing it on a constant basis, where your body and your mind and soul and everything just get impact, and that becomes a lifestyle, right?
That's exactly the point.
Also have Sangeeta's, right? Spot on, Veena. She also have agreed to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we also have Nurul. Nurul, thanks. She said thanks for the advice, and she also said that it's so true. We have Jamuna. Thank you, Jamuna. Good advice, Vinasis. So, um,
Thank you,
we
Jamuna. Yeah, she's one of those. I think I'll reach out to Jamuna at this juncture. Jamuna is a fantastic soul. I mean, there, of course, she's quite busy, caught up with her kids, newborn kids. Any homemaker or new mothers will be caught up. People who don't even have a personal brand to start off with, or you haven't invested time to do it, you can start to do so. People, homemakers or housewives or new mothers, when they have no time, just take 30 minutes of your time, ladies. I will tell you how that you can develop your own personal brand in time in a next segment. But take just 30 minutes after your kids have slept and invest in just posting out something about yourself. People, you know what's the trick? Is just be yourself and post in a way that you can communicate and in a platform that you're comfortable with. That's it. That's it. I've been very authentic of what I've been posting, very focal. And what I mean, I was talking about eczema when Vanan first discovered me, right? It was something that I was speaking that's close to my heart. It's nothing to do with branding. So just be yourself and you will be discovered. And people will find out more about your background. That's it. So I hope Jamuna that helps you.
I think what you're trying to say is be the originality, the authenticity of yourself, right? Just be true to yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly, Vanan. That's exactly it.
Thank you, Jamuna. Thank you, Veena, for the answers. We also have Gayatri also has states that she requires a lot of focus and consistency at this point of time. I'm working toward this.
I think, Gayatri, for your wow brushstrokes, if I can, since you're being very focused, and if I can give you some tip for your business, post more on your wow brushstrokes and then cross post it to your Facebook personal profile. This is something that a lot of business owners don't do. They actually use your personal profile as a basis for your business. Don't ever do that, people. Your corporate identity is one of its own, and your personal brand is one of its own. So you can cross-pollinate, you can cross-brand each other, you can post at each other's profile, but please have separate pages because you won't want to be the only face of your brand. That's a corporate branding issue. We can cover that in another episode.
A question for the expert right now, Veena. A question for you, right? What's my personal branding?
You're a fantastic soul, Vana, who helps others. That's all.
I thought you were going to say my beard. My beard is my branding.
That's temporary, Vana. That's not part of you always.
The only time that I shaved was because of my national service duties. And after that, I told myself, no way, because I've done and over with it. So this is what I did. But of course, Veena, talking about that, I'm going to share a little experience of that. When you have a beard, when people think that you went under emotional stress or something has collapsed on you, or people think that, oh, you're not happy. Yeah, don't have money to buy shaver. You know, all these comments. But to be very honest, right, there were times where these comments make me a bit feel uncomfortable, make me feel confused. Because you see, all these comments are constantly coming, right? But if you do not have a shield, which I don't have in the past, many years back, but nowadays, the more you say no, the more harder I want to try. I think that is the kind of resilience or that kind of determination that one must have. Especially today, we have so many entrepreneurs who are with us today, right? If you're ever starting up a bakery or at home or any kind of businesses, when someone discourages you, take them as your motivators. Don't ever take them as your enemies or don't ever take them as your naysayers. They are actually boosting your morale. But you got to take it in a positive manner that somebody's pushing you, somebody's giving you a command and you don't fall to that. So I think that will actually become more successful in moving forward. So I think that will work as well. Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, you stand out, Vanan. You stand out because you stand with your own originality. You stand for what you want and what you need and what you feel. It makes you look good, and that's what's important, because what makes you look good, feel good, is what's going to make you stand out as a person and makes you look authentic, and that's what makes your personal brand. I mean, I'm totally comfortable with you in this space because I see beyond the people who have got a broad mind or open mind, who see you beyond the beard. If they get put off, then they need to learn more to be a bit more objective before they come back up to the reality, isn't it?
But you know what, Veena? My wife loves it, so no issues.
That's all it matters.
Okay, so we again, it's like non-stop questions just pouring out. But thank you,
I can't
Deepa,
see the
again.
questions because of the software, but
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Deepa. We have also Nurul. I think it's going to be a bit of a little emotional because she mentioned here, but I think she will wishes us to share it. I'm going to read it through it. All right. Thank you, Nurul, for being so open and so sincere. So she has went through a lot of issues since she became a single mom, have two kids to support and everything. Had so much of financial issue since I started working out for 21 days on my positive learning. Today everything has changed. Now my daughter is a pastry chef and my son is in secondary 3.
Fantastic, fantastic. Nurul, you're inspiration to many people who have not even started out. Do message or comment on what your name of the company or Instagram account so that people can follow you. And one tip I would like to give you is TikTok is in the heat of the moment right now. Post those videos of your son making videos, pastries, and put it in TikTok, put it in YouTube, put it in Instagram. It will make waves. You need to jump onto the platform that is really hot to make use of the rate of growth you can get. The rate of growth that you can get in YouTube or Facebook during its launch is a lot lower than what you can get in TikTok now. And the demographics of people who are using TikTok have risen over the past few months for the obvious reason. Everybody's bored at home and everybody's seeing TikTok. So make use of the current situation, the current demographics of people watching the TikTok to get some following and get people to buy some of your pastry. So just remember to comment below where's the Instagram account. If you haven't, please people connect with Nurul so that when she posts some pictures of bakes, let's support people who are really in need. They need our support.
You know why I covered my face, right, Vina?
Why? Don't think wrong.
TikTok.
Why? What's your opinion about them, Vanan?
Again, right, when you want to do something great, there's always two types of people. One who wishes you well wishes, right? Another one is, idha time illama idu ukand enna pannudhu. You know, the kind of comments, right? You know, for me, right, the one thing that I enjoy is you got to be yourself.
Yeah.
Just be yourself, right? You do not need to change for anyone else. Of course, apart from a loved one, but apart from that, whatever you think that you want to do great, when you decide you want to do for greatness for people and for yourself, don't worry about the negative comments because you just got to do it. And to talk about TikTok, you know a lot of people talking about TikTok. Oh, TikTok is waste of time. You are trying to impose as someone else. உனக்கு ரொம்ப வேலை இருக்கு, வேலை வெட்டி இல்லாம இருக்க வீட்டுல, that kind of stuff. But I think what you mentioned is so spot on, right? People are now trying to be themselves. I mean, of course, there's always good and bad sides of everything. We can't always be judging that. But like what you say, right? For Nurul, I think if she goes in and talk about a bakery instead of putting some shows or dramas or whatever, which anybody can do that, but I think that will make an impactful, right? Isn't it, Veena?
Yeah. I totally right, because when people show stories of themselves, like Nurul will be imprinted in my mind after this, Vanan, because she showed her real part of herself. And
That's
Nurul,
right.
one thing is continue to post videos or your sentiments on your Facebook page. I mean, be very careful about the balance between cribbing and being very upfront or very transparent about your situation. I am telling you, there are people who will do anything to help people like you. Go out to the medium that in like Facebook and says share your stance. And I'm telling you, people will reach out to you. I myself will personally reach out to you after this.
We have Dave have said that he's going to do more TikToks right now.
Dave is a handsome chap. He really does well in videos. I mean, he tries to, like, he's a total Vijay fan. And he does real justice to Vijay's songs and videos and whatever not. Like, even you do, isn't it? Even you do, Vanan. You do like all the beer things. It's really humorous. And you must remember the chemical feel of each platform, Vanan. TikTok is an entertainment platform. And if you're doing entertainment there, you're doing the right thing at the right place. You can't be doing entertainment in LinkedIn. The chemical feel of LinkedIn is different. It's a professional platform. Entertainment is reserved for TikTok and YouTube. So if people are saying all this kind of comments to you at TikTok, then the wrong platform.
So Dave, you know what to do next, buddy. Get connected. We will do one TikTok video,
So check out those Dave Sundarji's Facebook profile if you want to see more videos of Vijay's songs and dances. He does it really well.
Is it? Okay, let's follow up, buddy. Let's take it offline. We also have Jayakumar has said, I like what Vanan said. Reminds me of VIP. Is it a movie?
Yes.
Must be a movie. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you guys
What did you
for.
say, Vanan? What did you say, Vanan?
Sorry.
What did you say, Vanan? They reminded you of.
I do not know. I mean, maybe
You said
Jayakumar,
what?
maybe we can explain a bit. What did I say, buddy? I mean, just
Hey,
that.
come on, tell us. You
Yeah.
say a lot of nice stuff.
Maybe you can just type us and let us know. Maybe we can check it out.
Vanan is getting really happy about it.
Yeah. We now, it's like constant flows of questions is coming up, and
Oh, wow.
yes, yeah. But let's stay on focus. I mean, I'm going to go into the next thing right now, which of course comes to our next question. All right, so Veena, branding, and this is what we always hear about, right?
Right.
For a company to be either to be successful or to be a failure, we know marketing, branding is the important, right?
Right.
But is it necessary that we should approach experts to get consultations, or even for the matter of understanding the work? Why do I bring this topic? Is some people want to try it on themselves without experiences, right? And they try to do it on themselves, like marketing. They're trying to do branding without having a logo, or they're trying to do it with whatever their financial means are. They're perfectly fine. But why did I bring this question is because when I was working for an MNC, I was working very closely with a marketing manager. Her name is Genevieve, yeah. So she's an amazing woman, because we sit down and I think about how a marketing manager should be, because I was playing a marketing manager role also. So when we discuss, and I noticed that marketing is not just about sales, but of course, at the end of the day, it's financial, it's ROI, return of investment, and everything is dollars and cents, and production, productivity. But is engaging a professional for a marketing and a branding, is it a good source of expenditure, or can I just try on my own? What is your take?
Okay, when you are a small startup just a paper passed off. When you're a small startup, I always would advise, there's this concept called bootstrapping method, Vanan. It means you start out with zero cost. And you can, all this branding and marketing stuff are actually online. Everything is on the net, Vanan. And I tell you, the youngsters nowadays are actually leveraging on them better than our generation. Really. And they're building better brands than even people in our age group. And the reason is because they are trying to do whatever they can do in very little cost. And that is the principle that will make them successful. But of course, when you're starting out, you just make a website. I'm going to suggest a few tools that can do it right now. If you want to set up a website, go to Wix.com. I've tried a few platforms. I think Wix.com is a free platform where you can set up a website. Do something that's very clean and neat. And then do infographics. The whole demographics of the people who are consuming internet are visual at this current stage. Future, they're going to go audio, but let's look at the current stage now. Let's not confuse the audience right now. People have video, so you need to do a lot of infographics, like a Facebook banner, your LinkedIn banner. You can use Canva.com. Any form of infographics, use Canva.com, and do brilliant, neat infographics. And any video editing, you can do Viva Video. Thanks, Tavo Mallar. If you are tuning in, she's the one who suggested. I was trying a few other brands and I had a headache. And Nitya, you haven't done TikTok yet. Soon. And now she just became a new mother again for her second child.
Okay.
Yeah. So congratulations, Nitya. And yes, time. It's entertaining for your son, Nitya. So keep him entertained for that. But there are free tools available. So I've mentioned 3 tools: Wix.com, Canva.com, and Viva Video. The free features. It's enough to launch you in the right direction. Like Canva.com helps you do even the logos. Good Legos. They have templates available, Vanan. So for people who haven't done it right, I would like to bring them forward with this advice. Yes, there are many free tools available. If you have not been engaging a branding marketing consultant, I totally understand, because you're trying to reduce the cost involved. But when you have gotten a following, you have gotten a lot of market and consumers, I would suggest that of course, you are attacking the consumers B2C, right? At the initial instant. Eventually, if you want to get money quick in bigger scale, you need to B2B. You need to attack the companies. And before you attack the companies, please get a professional to do a very clean digital footprint and a good brand and marketing and communication strategy, so that the first impression a company has on your company is a lasting one. So there are stages to answer the question specifically. For people who are starting out, if they don't do it, we totally understand. Everyone who has gone through the track, we totally understand that you are trying to not do. But if your product is good, if the way your marketing is good, if you're authentic and you feel that your product is good, it comes out. And word of mouth works wonders for people who are starting out without all this branding and marketing communications. Leverage on your word of mouth, guys. Leverage on the free tools available to do whatever you can. Have a decent digital blueprint, just something simple and neat, and just go and get the reviews, post on testimonials, set up a free LinkedIn account. Please, that's the minimal you can do for small business owners who are just starting up. Please do that. That's going to be the Facebook of 2011. Just have a LinkedIn, a basic decent one done up, and there's a section for testimonials. I'm having lots of tips sharing here, Vanan. So I hope
you need to.
Yeah,
because
so,
you see, because it's coming out from a person with tons of experiences, right? If you're just looking through a book and you're saying it, you can see the originality is not there. And as you speak, there's a constant flow of messages flooding.
fantastic. I'm
I'll
so
take
happy.
it one
I
by
can't
one. Okay. Yeah, please go ahead, Veena. Come on.
Yeah, so get a decent LinkedIn account. And because I'm telling you, the gig economy, LinkedIn is going to be the next. I'm going to repeat this again to reiterate my point. It's the Facebook of 2011, guys. So get a decent LinkedIn profile getting going. And this circuit breaker, wow, I love you too, Dave. And get all your testimonials in the LinkedIn account. And then there's a section called testimonials. Okay, so all those achievements you have done, testimonials for people who are during this lockdown period, especially reach out to people who believed in you, you have done great work for. Ask them to write for your testimonial LinkedIn account. This is the best time ever. We are living in the greatest era, Vanan. Companies had to pay for distribution or promotion of themselves in the past through print or the papers or in the TV or the radio. People had to pay to get branded, to get marketed. But now all the distribution channels are free. We are living in the greatest era in decades or centuries where everything is free, when anybody and everybody can market themselves in the best light possible if you do it the right way.
So, I mean, Veena, that's great information there. I mean, what are the tools they can use? I mean, guys, people who are watching this, like I said, this is just a sharing session and is a Kopi events, of course, Kopi events. So we have such an expert. I mean, she's very humble. When we had a conversation just a couple of days back, and things started to roll very fast because the synergy, the energy, the passion, and the love just got us connected as if I know her and she know me for 2 to 3 decades. But the thing is, I know her. I may know her for about 10 years, Veena, about that.
Yeah.
But I think over the 1 week, we tend to understand a lot of what the world needs, what people need. Like, you just gave some of your tips and greatest advice to these young bakers who are doing small businesses at home and trying to meet their ends. That was a really helpful tool for them, because at this point of time, it's very hard to get information out, or rather sharing session is there, but it is so much good because people can just work on it straight away and know what are the things they need to take the next couple of things ahead of them to make their businesses grow. So thank you, Veena. Thank you for that. We have let me see. So I got one Jayakumar again. Jayakumar has said that what Veena said is true. You need to know your product well and right platform to display. Of course, Jaya. I mean, if you're going to do some TikTok videos in your LinkedIn, then people will never be serious about you. I mean, they can be serious.
Okay. I need to come in here. Okay, I'm telling you, even for small business owners, go to TikTok. It's got the fastest rate of visibility and marketing right now. I'm telling you, the TikTok is so hot. The demographics, as I say again, has gone so high up. The purchasers, the decision makers are all there now. Go and do a humorous video of your brand. It becomes entertainment, but it will become a subtle sending of your brand product or the image that you have on the product, make it a humorous form and entertaining that people will remember your product at the end of the video. So small business owners or business owners who are growing up or plan to scale up, please do that. And for business owners, okay, there's this company I spoke to yesterday night. He says, I don't have time, Veena, to do all this branding and all that. You don't have time. Get people who have got the talent and time who do that. It doesn't need to be professionals, you know. Then he said, I don't want to spend so much for getting a branding or marketing person. I said, go to the fresh grads, get to offer people internship. You don't even need to go to the recruitment panels, recruitment platforms to post to get a talent. Just go on LinkedIn. I need a talent to help. I need a fresh grad to do this. That's all. That's all. I'm telling you, I've seen this so many times, Vanan. Many companies have gotten the talent with just one sentence because business owners are totally busy. My SME owners, we speak only in the wee hours of the day because they are busy running the show during the daytime, and wee hours is when they actually sit down and even take a break. So it's possible, and you just need to. I just have a weekly call-ins with them. That's all. They don't even want to be bothered, which I totally understand given their nature of job. But make sure you get someone to do it for them. When you don't have a marketing or branding person, okay, I'm touching on corporate branding now, but okay, I'm sure you'll reach some of the business owners there. When you get someone to do the corporate branding for you and marketing, you will scale in greater heights and multiple folds more than if you just kept on doing what you're doing. And the amount of revenue that you get it through the marketing may 10 times be more than what you have invested in the intern or the graduate. There are many people hungry for opportunities right now, especially. Please give a chance for those people and help those talent. Have a portfolio of people, have portfolio of stuff that they can showcase to their future employers. Help people out. And it will anyway.
I am speechless right now because for almost about 56 minutes, and we are not even finishing up with our questions, but constant flow of questions we're addressing, which is a great sharing. And I think that particularly what we have shared or what you have said, I think Nurul had just got it, and she started to do a shout out herself and asking us to place this. So you might want to take a look, and I can feel that this particular person, Nurul, right? Nurul Annie, I think she's very into it. Just look at her, what she has just come up with.
Fantastic. You know, this is exactly what personal branding and branding yourself or corporate branding is about. You use every opportunity to shout out on your companies and all that. The best branding, brandist or the marketing professionals are those who used every opportunity where there was a crowd to market themselves. So, Nurul, we hope that you'll have more support through this live video. If you have impacted, even if your life, this whole video is a success. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Nurul. So your informations are here. I mean, for those who are other entrepreneurs who are right now with us, if you want us to do a shout out, please feel free because there's no cost involvement. Like I said, this is just a sharing section, and we will love to help people who want to help themselves. So if you are trying to get some help and if you want us to do some shout out, this is the time. Like what Veena has just said it so beautifully, that you got to be able to explore opportunities and you got to speak with a lot of people. So there you go. So the email address is here. So you can get in touch with her on a Facebook or even on a email address. So thank you so much, Nurul, for coming up with that. And we are I'm sure Veena is delighted and pleasant that you took off our advice immediately and started to do a shout out.
I'll definitely support Nurul. Don't worry about that.
I think, Veena, what we need right now is a water break for the both of us. We need a water break.
Oh, it's so needy. I think I've spoken too much.
I mean, all the videos that we have done in the past before, there's a lot of questions, but this is overpowering. You know, there's so many new comments coming, and our viewers are there. Almost about 20 of them are still tuning in. Thank you so much, guys. I'm sure at this point of time, like what Veena said, branding and marketing is the important for every one of us, either it's business or whether about yourself. So I'm going to take it on to the next one. But then thanks to Dave again. Say thank you, Dave. He just loves us. He just loves you, Veena.
Spread more love. Help more others.
Yeah. Okay. And of course, at the same time, he is also giving that smile. Okay. Next, I'm going to go into this. She also has said that Sangeeta's that she's very happy. And thank you so much for your time, best tips and advice for small business owners. So
I think Sangeeta, she sells saris, I think. So do check her out. One suggestion for you, Sangeeta, is use your own corporate name and make sure your corporate name is very intuitive. The print is really small for me to see here, so make it bigger. And the logo, the image that you have portrayed is fantastic. It's very representative of what you sell. And just make it bigger, and do have a business page that you more actively engage, at least daily once. It doesn't need to be always about saris. It could be tips. When you offer more value to your audience, more than they need, they are more inclined to stay with you. So if you're selling a product, always remember this ratio. I'm giving you many new free information right here, guys. If you're a business page, listen up really tight. 80% of the content has to be beneficial for clients, and 20% is where you sell your products. If you follow this rule, you're setting yourself up for brand loyalty and long-lasting customers. So it's a 80-20 rule. Many people oversell this. Every post is about their products, and that's when it puts people off. The best brands, the best marketing pages, I'm telling, are those which have varied content, and most of it is useful content to the viewers. It doesn't need to be associated with what they sell. I think you can check it out, many pages of such.
I think, Veena, a logo also is very colorful. I mean, one look, I can see a multiple colors. I can even see in the fine design on that particular person and the window. So it's actually a very nice, colorful image that also get the attraction. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Thank you, Sangeeta, for taking part and joining us in this live chat. We appreciate your value feedbacks as well, and also your comments.
Wish you all the best, Sangeeta.
Yeah. If you notice, Veena, I think for the past 1 hour, it's already 1 hour, and we didn't.
So long. Right? I didn't know it's been so fast.
and people are coming in right now, a small business, right? They are just trying to see what are the things that they can explore and venture into at this point of time, where sometimes the mind can be a bit cloudy because 95% or rather 98% of them are the issues surrounding us, and only 2% when you focus on solution. Sometimes rather you can't able to do that. Like what Veena also said, that you have to have a branding. It's very important. And even for those who are in financial situation, I mean, everyone goes through a pattern. I mean, not the rich or not the poor. There's no way of judging. But if you do want to save, like she has mentioned 3 tips, right, to look into the platforms where you can get your video done, your website done, and also your social media. And she talks so beautiful about that. It's good. And I think when we talked about Nurul, because of a genuine life story, I mean, what she is going through and all that. And we have already a few followers that's already following your daughter.
Fantastic, Gayatri, fantastic. And she is a good influencer on her space. Gayatri is a fantastic soul. She actually gives a lot of opportunities for new talent. So she is someone who's really promising. Do check out and connect with her. She's a real beauty.
Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you, Gayatri, again, once again, because for giving support for our local businesses at this point of time where things are a bit unstable. But, all unstable will turn out to be a colorful rainbow after a thunderstorm. So let's have the faith and confidence, right? Okay. We also have Tamil Vale. Thank you, Tamil, for
Tamil.
He has said you the Iron Lady.
Wow, he's always generous with his compliments. Okay. He's an Iron Man himself.
Yeah. I mean, I know these gentlemen as well, a very good friend of mine in Facebook. We always get connected. Thank you, Tamil, for that particular comment that you give us. I think it's very delightful and, sharing out to a lot of people there as well. So I think, Veena, when you mentioned about these 21 days, I think that has impacted our viewers because I keep on seeing messages that's coming on and people are just talking about the 21 days, right? The 21 days game changer.
Fantastic. I'm happy that I made a change in your life.
Is it why not 22 days? I'm trying to be difficult here. Why not 22 days?
Okay, research. Okay, there was a research and trial done on humans, and the way that the brain registers it as part of the routine happens at the 21-day mark. I myself tried this one. It's not as if I didn't try it. I myself tried it, and after 21 days, I really felt it was part of me to do it. A particular habit I was trying to do. So even for my kids, brushing the teeth is so difficult. We just kept going day after. But after the 4th week, after the third 21 days was over, it just became natural for them to ask for a brush to brush the teeth. I'm telling you, it doesn't just work. It's proven. It happens in real life too. It's just how our body internalizes that this is a part of the new system, a part of a new norm.
But again, is it something to do with the mind? I'm sure it's something to do with the mind.
Yeah.
What happens if I do? I mean, just going off topic. I love going off topic, right? What happens after the 21 days and I don't see any changes? What happens?
Then you come back to me, I'll talk to you again.
So I'm going to try another 21 days. Is that right?
Yes, you're gonna try it. That means there's something about it that is being forced too much. If you're gonna do something, it has to be a good habit, right? If it's a good habit, by the end of 21 days, it will naturally become part of your routine. If it's a bad habit or if it's something that is not so destined to be in part of your life, then it definitely won't happen, regardless of whatever the circumstances. So it's just
Okay.
a hypothetical question, Vanan.
Even in the field of my expertise,
Right.
it's about reputation. It's about reputation. I like to share this point here. Um, of course, the 21 days was just a joke. I was trying to make it, but to on a serious note, because something that you do on a consistent basis, and you put in so much of energy, you put in so much of effort, something happens. And I've seen that 21 days culture has happened. I like to mention one particular friend of mine here. Probably is twinning as well. His name is Sakti. All right, he's a great guy. He does that, all right. But what he does is also he gives a shout out, or rather he said, guys, I'm going to do a 21 days of skipping challenge, and he follows it every single day without excuses. So that guy is an amazing friend of mine as well. So he follows it very religiously and follows so strictly. So and it happens. So it is true that 21 days does impact.
You see, that's his personal brand. He is very disciplined, right? There you have it. It's 21 days. That means he is very focused. He's got the discipline and he's got a dream. I'm sure that he wants to pretty much. He's already setting himself up for a very well solid personal brand. Or he already has it. If you're making a shout out for him, he already has a solid personal brand there.
And he's a very great influencer also, because he does that, and he does a couple of talks with me.
Fantastic.
He does a couple of roles like motivational coach, motivational coaching talks, and it's a great friend of mine. So I think, and he also does a great platform on sharing. So if you're hearing this, Sakti, keep on doing great job. So for those who are viewing at the moment, and if you want us to share a particular message or particular businesses that you're doing right now, or if you want Veena to just take a look at it and give her tips on a humble experiences, please give us a message right now, and we try to do a little shout out. But Veena, I know we are running. I don't know if
We
we are
haven't
running.
even covered the last and the most important question, Vana.
Yeah, yeah. But before we go to that, maybe we can make it that last. Provided
Okay.
that there's no more questions, because the questions are just flooding.
Serious. I have not been seeing my screen.
Yeah,
Maybe I
and you
should
know
see.
what? You might get a call later after this from Mark Zuckerberg from
Mark
Facebook.
Zuckerberg.
You know what?
Please.
He's like, what you guys are doing? People are tuning in, and people are asking so many questions. What's happening, guys?
I mean, I'm so happy that this session lends so much support to business owners or people who are struggling to stay afloat. I hope that this branding or self-branding will help you launch your next career that is destined to last. I haven't even shared the most important message, which is how to create a business personal brand. So please stay tuned for that before leaving the chat.
Yeah, I mean, the initial stages, we and Veena has agreed to share in this platform about 30 minutes minimum. And we said maximum about 45 minutes. People might just get bored because they are like so much of information. But it looks like it's a very great pleasure talking with you, Veena, because that shows clearly that constantly our viewers are staying. They just want to know how they can improve. I mean, if there's some sensitive questions, of course, everyone has it perfectly fine. Please feel free to email Veena, all right?
Yeah.
And you can ask her, or if you want to contact her for any details or how she runs it or how she can help you in your businesses, please feel free, because I know Veena will never disappoint, because she is a person you can see from the words, right? There's no mask. It's a kind of energy and the kind of the originality that you can see from someone, is it? Okay, I'm gonna get one question up, and then in fact, wow, it's like two more questions. Hopefully,
Okay.
it's not coming. All right, but this is going to take little while, Ganga has asked us, how can we increase the reach of Instagram posts, especially with the new algorithm? Yes. Before I go into a question, Veena, algorithm has been controlling the
Yeah.
whole social media. Sometimes
Yeah.
you see a post as a higher traction, sometimes it doesn't have even the one traction. Like, you have been posting so many videos and pictures and kind of stuff, but to be very honest, I have not seen any of that in my social media.
Correct. You're
With
right.
algorithm controlling our life, and that's what Ganga is asking sometimes, or even though you have a decent following. So I might have 25,000, but I only get one like, and that disappoint people because hey, something is not right, and then they try to explore some things or try to do something exciting. So what is your expertise on this?
You see, regardless of algorithms, they keep changing, right? But that's one principle that will never change, which is if people enjoy your content, they keep spamming with, not spamming, they keep peppering with comments, likes, hearts on your feed or posts, the platform will naturally flash it to more people, period, regardless of platform. The more people consume your content, enjoy your content, the more it will appear in more feeds of people in your contacts and even people who don't know but they had like. But make sure you add a lot of hashtags to Instagram account for extra boosted effects. Many people fail to do that. You post, especially those home bakers, please leverage on Instagram. It's and direct message. Okay, this is like really this is stuff that I actually teach my clients, but free advice for everybody today. So please DM the potential people, celebrities in Instagram, and offer them love. Don't ask for any favors when you approach them first. Yeah, I love what you do. I would like to send you some bakes as a token of appreciation or gratitude for what you do. A big fan of yours. Sign off. Please reach out to me. But before you do that, please make sure your page is decent enough and attractive enough for a celebrity to want to eat it. But if you do so, I'm telling you, you may send out like 750 direct messages. Even if one celebrity says yes to you, it's a launch of a long-lasting career. So be consistent in doing direct messages. I think there's one particular budding entrepreneur who's coming up in this space. She is doing it right, which is Cubs Beauty Kitchen. She's doing all natural products. Check her out. Her Instagram. She's got a few pictures. Few pictures of really beautiful all natural products. But when she DMs some of the celebrities who try her products, she gets a lot of testimonials and a lot of traffic to her Instagram account. That's what happens. DM people who may love your products, send them love. The more you send them love, the more you provide them with value without expecting any return. That's when, and that's what is the secret recipe for your success.
Okay, Ganga, hope that has been answered. If you have more details, you can also ask us. But I think just to talk about algorithm, because it's currently the automated process. It controls everything. Who's
But
coming
10%
in?
of the current time, but the next second, the next 10% comes. So don't be fooled by these percentages. If people enjoy your content, it will keep flashing out. Regardless of platform, every platform is selfish, Vanan. I'm telling you, they want you to stay in that channel, in that particular platform. YouTube favors long videos, specifically 3 minutes 19 seconds is known to be the circuit breaker for them to succeed and launch to fame. I mean, just kind of numbers and all that. My clients would know because I've shared them with them. But these are some of the tricks of the trade that you need to know to be successful. For people who are home bakers, please leverage on Instagram stories. Please leverage on stories, Facebook stories, Instagram stories. These are underpriced tools which are not heavily utilized, but they are being heavily seen. So please leverage on them.
Okay, Vinam. So I think we're going to take one more question before we go to our original question that we wanted to share, and then hopefully, if there's no more question, we can end it. If not, it's going to be like a seminar. We are now at 1 hour and 15 minutes. Wow, thank you guys.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're able to impact more people, Vanan. I mean, that's always
thank you to Veena as well, because I know you are a mom, a wife, a sister, Are you a sister?
Yes,
Do
I've
you
got
have
two other sisters.
Okay, you're a sister. She has a multi roles and she's been busy and it's a Sunday and it's family. She willing to take that time and she wanted to get connected with Kobe, with Vance and myself. I truly appreciate you, Vina, and I
Thank
think
you, thank you.
one thing that actually kept these viewers going on is the caring for the small businesses, because I got to say that anybody who starts this business, it's all about cost. It's all about meeting the end. Every dollar, it's important for them. But because you see, that thing about them is that a determination is there. They're willing to work hard and come up in life to provide for the family. So I think that kind of help we need to reach to them. So reach to us, reach to Vina, and if you need some motivational talks or if you need some advices, please come in. Nowadays I'm getting a new name, the virtual guru. I'm not claiming anything of that. I like the word om, right? It's me, and I love that. And just because I don't call me virtual guru, so okay. Vina, I think we are going to be here for the next 3 hours. Again, a couple of more questions for me. How are we going to handle this?
I mean, they can always follow up with questions they have on this comment. They can comment on this video even after the video,
Yeah.
so that more people will benefit from this video when they see it after the live session.
So we got Nandini here. Hello, Nandini. She's a big shout out to her as well. A great Zumba instructor. I mean, she does a lot of Bollywood dance. She does dance classes. She's inspired a lot of people, not only indoors and outdoors. So Nandini is there. So guys and ladies, if you want to do some dance, please approach Nandini Selvakumar. I know her for a couple of years. She's graduated in sports science, tons of information she can provide, and is a great friend of mine as well. Thank you, Nandini. Okay, so Nurul again say thank you, Nurul. You see, you notice something, Vina. Begin so proactive, and after she catches our attention, because of the attraction that we are giving, she got our attention. And you notice that she started to do, and now she's going into it, thanks. So when we keep on talking about Nurul, 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 so you see, now I know Nurul very well. You see, that's kind of a repetition that we look into branding. Can we take that also as a part of marketing strategies? Because when we talk about marketing strategy, people say, "Oh, you have a alternative motive." No, but it's not. It's about you. It's about your talent. So when you do that, it becomes a norm, right? Because now we probably have mentioned Nurul name for more than 10 times or 15 times because of that small effort that she taken after your advice, and she started to put a message and craft a message, and she willingness to share. There's not much of a shy. She's just herself. She's original, and now we are talking about her more than ever, right? Do you think that is also a branding, a marketing at a bigger whole picture?
I think that is a marketing strategy. Branding, I mean, of course, a personal brand of us, our image is like, wow, she's very driven. She's very passionate about what she does. These are some of the words that come to me when she does all these tactics. But more beyond that, what really inspires me is the passion that she has to make, to feed the mouths of her family. And when that kind of, the why, right? There's this Surya Sparks, one of my ex-mentors that I had, a person that I still continue to look up. She says, find out what makes you cry and that will make you fly, right? It's a phrase that is ingrained in me right now. Yeah, so in this case, we know what makes her cry, and that's exactly what she's doing to make her fly. Marketing is all about being there, the right person, it's at the right place at the right time and doing the right things, and that's exactly what she has done. She was right here. She leveraged on the free session that's available. When we told her, she immediately picked up the tip really fast and quick there. That's a trait of an entrepreneur. And she leveraged on the current platform and the attention that it's getting and put it there. And she was very authentic. So people feel for her, and that's about it. She's nailed it. Well done, Nurul. I'm proud of you.
I mean, Veena, to be very honest, this is the most interactive session we ever had for the past 1 or 1 months. I mean, there were a lot of other informations like doctors, cardiologists, which is very interesting because people can revisit and see our videos. And please share. There's nothing much of sharing is caring, and caring is sharing. And I think this particular tip that Veena has given at this point of time, I think that is going to be very useful with the constant pouring of messages from friends and family. So like Gayatri also has said that thank you Gayatri. I mean the words are very smoothing and very loving. Vanji, she called me Vanji, and Vanna says, I've taken a huge step of leaving and resigning the blue uniform force after serving them for 18 years to pursue my dreams. I am now pursuing my dreams of being a makeup artist. And I've also started my own collections of aprons that are trendy, comfortable, and good quality. Your tips are definitely very useful. Kudos to you both for doing this.
You see, this is another example of someone who has worked right platform, right place, and in the right words. She's showing the why behind her. People don't see you beyond your business. So that's the problem with many businesses. They don't see the real you. If you can put a face to the business, they see the real baker, they see the behind the scenes. I'm telling you, it gets more interesting for a particular client to click the follow button or the like button. People want to see the person. It's a visual world right now. That's why Instagram is in the game right now. That's why TikTok is in the game. YouTube is in the game. Content is there. I mean, Google loves content, so that's why blogs and write-ups are favored in Google searches more than videos. So that's how it works. But it's a visual world still, and people should leverage on the current trend for more benefits.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Please share the video. Please share the video because it's more than 1 hour 20 minutes, and I think we should come to a point where we need to take a long break, like an
Yeah.
intermission, like Tamil movie la varum Tamil படத்துல ஒரு 1.5 இருந்துட்டு okay what transmission is it a mission or something, right?
Intermission.
Okay, அப்புறம் போயிட்டு கோப்பிலாம் குடிச்சிட்டு கொஞ்சம் சாக்லேட்லாம் சாப்பிட்டு then we
No.
continue. Yeah. For
I mean,
those
we
who
can always have a part 2 to it, Vanan. That's we can always do a follow-up series
Yeah,
on
I
this.
think we should because the questions are just coming in. Okay, guys, if you have any more questions, just please free to send one more in, and because we still have one more topic to cover, and after that we just take a few more, and then we're good. But it's overpowering. Like Jayakumar has said that. Thank you for sharing. Nurul also have to agree that now she's feel motivated. I'm so happy to hear that by our sharing session, if it's have impacted one, I'm sure it will impacted many. Thank you so much again. So yes, I'm going to ask one more. So we have one more question that just came up. Okay, Vina. But before that, let's go back to our topic first, and then we come back to the comments. So there's one thing that you said you wanted to share.
Yeah, like how do you create your personal brand? We haven't touched on the finale part of it, which is
Okay. Yeah, let's hear that.
we have talked about what, we have talked about why, and this is where people have to listen real hard, right? How do you create or change or edit your personal brand? Number one, now is the best time ever to be self-aware of what your personal brand is about. I told you about the Google check. I told you about checking with your friends on what is your personal brand, and reflect what is the skills, experience that you have, your exposure that you have had, what are the unique differentiators that you have. Look at it as a composite, and then find out what is it that you can bring to the table that others can't, and something that the world needs. I think I will remove the line what others count, because I can have two fitness instructors. I'm trying to be very specific here to the target audience here. I can have two fitness instructor, but you know what will be different between two fitness instructor, Vanan? It's about the experience and how you make them feel. It's about the continued interaction with your client even after they've left the engagement with you or the project with you. I'm not sure what to term your terminology. I'm not familiar with your space yet, but once a client is trained enough to the extent that she has found her deliverable or mission achieved, then they leave. It's about continually checking out, because the experience or the feel that you give them, even post your project, will give you the reviews and recommendations or even referrals to new prospects. So that the experience, everybody is unique, and everyone needs to know that everybody is unique. You need a personal brand, and you need to start telling your stories to the public. Nurul has done it. It's an exemplary example of what she's done. She started telling her story in this Facebook page. And you know what? you don't need to be in front of the camera. Not everybody is comfortable in front of the camera, Vanan. Let's be very frank about it. Some people are fantastic writers. There are people who can write 6 stories on the algorithm of Instagram or the Facebook or the YouTubes of the world, and what is the rising? They can write pages and pages of it. They've got talent or natural flair. Some people are inclined towards writing. Some people are inclined towards speaking. Some of them are inclined towards being in front of the camera. Some people, when they see camera, they will love to. I'm trying to develop my daughter to be comfortable in front of the camera because videos are the in thing, and I hope she produces her own videos in time to come. But know how to tell your story. See what you're comfortable in, right? A fitness instructor who's very shy. No, I don't like the attention. You know what are the top trending videos in Instagram are, Vanan? Are people fit, more guys or ladies with their really built up self? Like they have like 176,000 views or likes or hearts, you know. I mean, just by picture, he doesn't even show his face, you know, Vanan. Just his built body. So it could be showing pictures of yourself, just post. So if you are very inclined towards writing, then go to the blogs, go to the LinkedIns of the world, go to the Facebooks, write content, just always support it with an infographic. It doesn't need to be your picture, but a relevant picture. So if you're going to write about how to make a allergy-free cake, then put a picture of an allergy-free cake with crossing out all the milk and whatever not, right? A relevant picture that supports what you're writing. And if you prefer to be in the visual space, right, then post videos, Instagram videos, Facebook videos. These are really your next gen marketing tools that you have to leverage on. And then YouTube videos are also there. People are increasing going to YouTube to have how to do this, how to do that. YouTube is working on that space right now. So create content and do how to do so. You got to go?
No. My son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So learn. So you have to start telling a story. Just let it be plain text. Just be yourself. And that's very important. People can see through when you're fake, when you're trying to be someone that you're not. So just make sure you're not overdoing or overselling yourself. And then once you have started getting a following, make sure you deepen the relationship. Don't get discouraged when there's no one following you, there's no one giving you likes, no one giving you the hearts, or no one subscribing to your YouTube channel. Just make sure that you're providing value and content that people remember you by. If I can tell you, the number of likes does not equate to the financial impact that viewers make to your company. You may have 40 likes in a YouTube page, Vanan, but you may be earning millions, because if I want one viewer of your video is Oprah Winfrey, and she likes your content, she's going to engage you and give you a multi-million-dollar business. So don't be fooled by the likes or the hearts or the subscription or the reactions to people. Make good content, be authentic, be the real you, give them lots of value and build them up. When you build people up, they will not leave you. And they will give you business blindly. I mean, I've seen this for myself. People approach me just because it's me. Vanan, I mean, it really, when you offer value more than they ask for, you get etched in their minds forever and in their hearts, of course. And then one thing that you have to know, that don't ever oversell yourself. Don't copy and paste content. If you take content, digest it and say in your own way that you're comfortable, right? If I memorize quotes and all that, it's so obvious. It just comes across as not authentic, and people will unsubscribe and stop following you and hide notifications. Worse still, that's the worst thing that you want to do. The more authentic you are, the more they won't do it. And that's what's important. They need to see, that's all. Be there, communicate, tell your story, and every comment that you get, acknowledge, appreciate them, and comment on them. Make sure you invest in your personal brand, because that's what's going to bring you places. Yeah.
Beautiful once again. I mean, I keep on using the word beautiful and beautiful and beautiful and beautiful.
Thank you.
Just
thank you.
But again, it's one thing that for sure, Veena, I think if it reaches to all the small businesses at this point of time, because I can see the message just pouring down like no one. You better prepared to be able to take the call when Mark Zuckerberg calls you, right?
Oh, come on.
We might be working in the US with Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, I think for Neha, I think she's also does businesses at home, which she feels that after hearing our sharing session has made an impact as well. So she has posted here. So most of our faces cannot see at the moment. Maybe Veena, I leave it to you to read that out to our audience, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Veena and Vanan, taking to mind everything that you have said. Something that was troubling me as I'm at a point where I have overwhelming orders almost every day and I can't handle all the work by myself. Not able to handle all the queries every minute I receive. Was thinking of opening a website to handle all my orders instead of chatting and replying to comments and spending hours and hours on Facebook. Thanks for all the tips you're given. Well done, Osana. I'm so happy for you. This is a happy problem to have. So I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy to see a fellow mate that I've met online to be so successful. One thing I would like to advise you is get someone to manage it. I'm telling you, every comment that people make on your post or wherever you're pumping information to is a potential lead for you. Never ignore. And research shows if you're able to respond in the 5 seconds the moment they post it, you may convert it to a sale, or even 5 minutes maximum, right? You can potentially convert it to a sale if you respond and etch your brand into their minds in a way that you follow up.
Sorry, I got to disrupt you for a while. When you mentioned about these 5 seconds response time, right? Can we do an automated system or automated message? The moment that someone message you, a quick reply goes to them. I'm not available at this point of time. Please leave your number and I'll contact you. So that actually shows the response time of that particular page, and that also gives a bigger credibility and a good originality on that particular page. Is that plays an important part for Neha's questions as well?
See, that's what automated responses came about, right? Because they know people make an impact, right? It makes an impact, but it's not about automated responses. Is what you put in your message. It's not like thanks for reaching out, use the same template, but more so like I'm so sorry I'm not be able to see your email. Feel for them. It's always an emotional connection first with the person who has taken time to comment on it. Address the emotive part to it. Thank you so much for your time and blah blah. I will be connecting with you at the earliest opportunity. Show your enthusiasm and willingness to connect with them at the earliest opportunity. If it's urgent, please contact me at this. And if it's that sentence it's a real differentiator for you, because it shows the sincerity of the person wanting to really serve you if it's urgent, and that I tell you will make you stand out. So Osana, yeah, automated responses is one, but please invest in someone to handle it. It can be a relative who is unemployed at the current moment. Spread some love, help out people who are unemployed. You can go to Fiverr or any other platform. Just go to LinkedIn and just post this. When it could be a person who is impaired in hearing, they're not able to hear. Give to people who are not easily able to find jobs, and the rewards that you get will be triple or even multifold. So spread some love, employ someone to do it, because I tell you the leads that will come in through those investments that you make in responding to all these comments or reactions does have benefit, I'm telling you. And one thing, the worst thing to do is not being able to respond. You just need one person to dislike you and you will kill your corporate brand.
So hope Neha, we address your sincere questions on that. But of course, having seen that is also very pleasing to say, because we do see that the business is overwhelming. I think that is exactly how we should be. For some businesses that is not at the point of time, yes, it's a pressing issue. Yes, it's a financial issue. The situations are real. There's no easy way about it. But hey, let's put it that life is never bed of roses. So if you're going to let the situation to be led you as a victim, you will stay as a victim. So what I'm saying is, yes, situations are there. Put it aside and just look at possibilities of scenarios, because to some businesses, even day-to-day operation is also very crippled at the moment, where a lot of backlogs, financial issues are happening, which I understand, which is very hard because everybody's situation is a little different. But like what Veena has particularly said for Neha, I think website businesses, or even to get automated responses, which is good. It shows how fast response you are, or how much you value your customers, and that also creates word of mouth. So Veena,
it's how you make them feel. How you make them feel immediately. If like I put a message and you haven't responded in 2 days, I'll be very upset with you. I wouldn't want to make an order with you. I may make an order now, but I may not make an order in future. So just work on that bit. Or one thing you can do, Osana, Neha, right? So one thing you can do is put the expectation upfront. So when I'm overwhelmed with orders, I will immediately put, okay, the waiting time has been extended to 4 weeks on your Facebook page, and keep posting it. Please bear with me. Sorry about it. Just be very transparent about your feelings to it. But if it's anything urgent, please connect me. Just do that kind of sincerity. Make it be very transparent on your difficulties. People will appreciate that. Clients and companies or whichever whoever's working with you will understand that this situation people will be overwhelmed or out of business. So everybody knows that. So if you're overwhelmed, it's a good problem to have at this situation. Just be transparent with the clients. Post on your Facebook page saying that the waiting time is extended to 4 weeks. Please bear with us, and I'll be happy to deliver your bigs at the earliest opportunity. That is the fastest thing you can do it right now.
So it's more about preempting or pre-planned, saying that expectations are the orders are such overwhelming. So please be patient a bit, because as a young business owners, I think one of the situations they might face is because they got to juggle up everything at this point of time before they go into a different dimension. I mean, the dimensions are there for a lot of business owners at this point of time. But even in my businesses, I always look at possibilities of failures and possibilities of success, because when you are always rehearsing the both, even either one of that falls into, you'll be able to pick it up quickly and move on, because you have already anticipated, all right, and you expected in the current situations what are there, what is the anticipation that you have, and what is the past experiences, because all these are necessary. So along the businesses, yes, you might have all these good problems coming up, I think, which is fantastic and good, and we are glad to hear that from our viewers. Thank you so much, guys. I think it's almost 1 hour 40 minutes. It's 1 hour 40 minutes, Vina.
Wow, that's fantastic. I'm so happy that we will still continue to impact people's lives. The more value you provide, the more love you spread, you'll get double for multiple in return, Banan. I've seen this through practice. People help me now for the deed that I did like 10 years ago. So I'm telling you, it's the experience, the way you made them feel, the way that you've transformed their life at some point in time that really makes you memorable and stamp your personal brand on them.
So definitely, Neha is also getting our advice. Thank you, Neha. We wish you all the best. And yes, I yet to try your butter cakes because I've just ordered that.
I'll check you out too.
Yeah, please can take it up. I mean, guys, we want to do like some shout out here. I think that's working very well because we got no restrictions. We don't have, we're not holding any positioning at this point of time saying that, oh, we only promote this business. No such thing. We're not even talking about promotion right now. We're just talking about sharing and getting everybody some piece of information, and in terms of their branding and their corporate, in even marketing as well. So Veena, I think we have come to the end. And before that, for those who are watching this, please share this video because we want to share a lot of information. I'm pretty sure. In fact, as we speak, Veena, I'm sure we are going to come up with a second video because there's so much of questions to take on, and I'm already feeling so thirsty. It's like a seminar. 1 hour 40 minutes. Thank you so much. And the amazing about these viewers are they are constantly there. So I know you have got some kind of interest. I mean, like I said, we are not experts, but we came from experiences. Veena has her own experiences, and I have my own experiences. And when we talk about experiences, I think that is where it impacts a lot of you, which I believe. So please do share these videos to all your friends and families through Facebook. Let them watch because this 1 hour 40 minutes of a seminar will benefit a lot of these young coming up young entrepreneurs, even when opening up their businesses or even if they're trying to explore situations, scenarios, right? We're talking about scenarios, but whatever the situation is at this point of time with the COVID-19, it has been a bit of a hassle for every one of us. In fact, every one of us staying at home. So I think like what Veena have said, it really helps because you're spending more time on your mobile phone than ever before. Facebook, TikToks, Instagram, LinkedIn, it's so much of time. But of course, having said that, it's also a part of what you are and what you want to do. Enjoy the process. Veena, from you, anything that you want to share as part of your special tips for the day or the best advice for the day before we adios amigos?
Okay, guys. So this is something that you have to do before the circuit breaker ends. Okay, I'm going to give you a challenge. People love challenges, Fana. So clean up your digital footprint, meaning clean up your Facebooks, your Instagrams, your LinkedIn, and YouTube if you have a YouTube, and TikTok profiles. Make it look impressionable. Leverage on Canva to get all the infographics, like the Facebook banner that's behind. Like when you have a picture on your Facebook and there's a banner behind it, you can do that's called a Facebook banner. You can do a banner using canva.com. Your picture, make sure it's impressionable, and there's a bio line where you can put a description of yourself. Make sure you tell something about yourself. When people land on your page, people are screening. They are screening your web page. They need to know what you are about. So what you want them to know, please make sure it's filled. I see a lot of people not filling that up. And then make sure that be authentic, be true to yourself, start documenting something somewhere, and the masses will reach out to you. And you've got only one life, Anand. You've got only one life, and never leave room for regrets. And now is the best.
Vina, that's totally unfair. The cat has 9 lives. The cat has 9.
You're not a cat, Vanan. You're a human.
What?
Yes, you've got this life, and you're the author of your own story. So make sure you make the story an engaging and fruitful one for yourself.
Thank you so much, Vina. You see, we have constantly overpouring of love coming in from people. So I think this concept or this topic has made an impact on everyone's life, and we are blessed. I'm sure Vina also feel blessed to share expertise and our expertise in this platform. So maybe perhaps Vina, do you think we should come again? I mean, with such a hot topic, hotter topic. Usually in Kopi events we always have hot topic, but this is like the hottest topic, and I think it's impacting. It's reaching out. So I think we should.
I think Vanan, anything that that provides value to people, I'm happy to explore all alternatives available, possibilities available, because the more value you give to people, the more you also get back in return. It's a win-win situation all the time. It's also branding for myself, marketing for myself. I'm happy to do it at all costs. As long as I continue to give value, I also gain as a result. There's no such thing as a free lunch. I'm being really open here. But at the core of me, I'm always willing to help anybody succeed and set them up for success. And I hope this video has done justice to that statement. And if you are interested in this space, do connect with me in Veena Subramaniam LinkedIn account. And if you have any business inquiries, do send me a message at Brand Yourself Right. I really hope do justice with my 14 years of experience in branding, marketing, and communications. If there's maybe we should do another video on another topic. I think we've already covered. I've given so much of tips on personal branding, Vanan. It could be another topic that people need. We can get always a sensing based on what they want. So people who are viewing, if you feel there's another topic that you would like us to cover, do comment so that Vanan, our beautiful host, can consider. He's a very talented guy. Yeah, he's a real talent. Not everybody can anchor a show like this. It takes a lot of presence of mind and content and experience to carry long videos like this. So Vana, you're doing a fantastic job, and I think for the good deed you're doing by sharing more value to public, may God bless you always.
Thank you so much, Veena. I mean, definitely like what Veena has said, it's a great pleasure and honor to have you, because it has reached out to many, and like what Veena has said, you can connect with her on a LinkedIn, which is the address is below. You can just connect her there, and
double
also
A. Yeah, Veena is a double A.
Okay, so Veena is a double A, right? It is not a typo. It is a name. Yeah, because some people might think that might done. No, that's a name. And you can also connect there in brandyourselfright@gmail.com, and of course you know how to get connected with me at all times. Thank you so much. I mean, like I've been thanking you. I think I used the word today so much, 2 words. I think I used a lot of thank you. I said a lot of beautiful, and it was because the comments are just too awesome. I think people really need it. So I think we will stay connected and probably come up another topic for our viewers. And if
I
you
would
do
love
have
to,
any,
Vanan.
if they do have any suggestion, please message me or Veena, and we can see what we can come up with. Because I think it is the trend. I think it is the most important period of the time, because branding and marketing plays a very important. Veena, as a consultant for Brand Yourself Right, she spent almost 1 hour and 45 minutes. So far, it's a record. So Veena, so check it.
Set record, not in Guinness, but in Kopi with Vans, right?
Yeah. All right, Veena, thank you so much.
Okay, thank
Let's
you
end the
so much.
call here.
Thank you so much for having me, and stay tuned for more videos, guys. Vans,
Okay.
Kopi with Vans
For
is a
now,
fantastic show.
signing off. Vance.
And Veena.
See ya.